look, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. This is Shenault on the receiving end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Going deep for Hopkins. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Hamler now on the return. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Block now to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Down, Denver.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now an option play on 2nd down. A quick throw outside by Locke. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
To try again after the sack. Locke, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt in that 2nd drive. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Jaguars nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right. And how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Jaguars nothing.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From midfield, here's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with 6-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
6-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Connection made with Chenault. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
That negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Throwing on first down is Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First down, Denver.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Broncos first down.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a handoff looking right. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Third down and 5.
Out of the gun now on third down. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the Jaguars send out their punter. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. This is taken at about the 14. And now look at him go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return 86 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Kickoff for Jacksonville.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw it is Locke. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Locke looks to throw it again. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Denver.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Broncos 28, Jaguars 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Check, check. Lucky. 43.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Broncos 28, Jaguars 9.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Throwing again. Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
The kicker.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Lock now on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And from the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Lock. Escaping the pressure right. He makes the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this one is right down the middle. And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release. says this will be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
To the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Lock going to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's Lindsey. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
Brought down.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
3rd down.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A pass there complete to Sutton, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down.
It's out to the left and complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This will be taken at the 10. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 84 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Clock now on 1st down. He'll get that complete to Albert O. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
13.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. From the gun, it's Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
38, Jaguars 35.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
The 43-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run by Lindsey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off.
They'll take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
Watch the whip.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Flush to his right. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.